most?
Yeah, it's a new adventure. I'm excited to see how it all plays out, and we're still figuring it out. So please bear with us if anything is a little clunky or not quite as well executed. But we're well on our way to trying to get this to work. I'm excited though. I'm hoping this brings another level of interaction with you Toaster fans.
So yeah, if you don't know us, if you're just stumbling upon us somehow, we are two halves of a podcast called Movie Toast News and Reviews. We get movie reviews every Thursday. You can find those on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you find podcasts. Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like all your favorite podcast platforms. We should be there.
And all of your social media, we're there at movie_toast, so you can find us. And this show pretty much is going to be us telling you some news that we dug up last week that we thought was interesting. So, just jump into it, I guess. The first headline, maybe?
Let's just go for it. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so if new rumors are correct, Spidey will be spinning multiple webs. And it's kind of exciting because we're not just talking about one Spider-Man. We're talking about all the cinematic Spider-Mans coming together.
Yeah, man. This story honestly really piqued my interest. As you know, Adam, huge Spider-Man fan, and you movie toasters that may not know, I like Spider-Man a little bit, and I am really fucking pumped for finally getting multiple Spider-Men in the same universe. And now again, these are just kind of rumors, but from what it sounds like, we're going to get something like a live action Into the Spider-Verse, where we are going to have all of the live action Spider-Man that we've seen, Spider people that we've seen so far, will make an appearance in this potential film, which fuck yeah. I mean,
like, I don't think anybody's ever done a terrible rendition of Spider-Man. I don't know. Even the Japanese Spider-Man has merits.
I'm not as familiar with that one myself, but there's reasons why all of them worked. Like, Andrew Garfield may not be my favorite, but he had an attitude about him. Like he was kind of bring something.
I felt like he had the smart mouth kind of attitude when he was in the Spider-Man suit, but I wasn't buying him outside of the Spider-Man suit. And
absolutely.
Tobey Maguire, we saw him. He was great. Sure, he looked older than fucking his age, but I mean, it worked. That's how movies were made back then.
Yeah. And I loved his journey. I loved seeing him become Spider-Man because there's something that he could give specifically compared to the other two, that you saw him discover all of this for the first time. And I felt like we were really a part of that journey of like, holy shit, what do I do with this? Like I'm just finding this out about myself, and it's insane. These are far off things that happen in the big city or away from you. You hear about mutants and shit like that in this universe, but last thing you expect is something like that to happen to you. And then I'll have to mention Tom Holland as well. I think he's doing a great job with this version of Spider-Man. Again, a little different, but that's what they all should be.
But honestly, I think Tom Holland, honestly, in my opinion, is my favorite Spider-Man, sadly. Or in the live action format. Like, I feel like he hits a high school kid pretty well. He has that nervous voice, but then when he's in the suit, he's flexible. He's doing some of these stunts himself. He's wisecracking. I don't know.
Oh, no, I agree with you there. Like, those are the parts that I appreciate most about the Tom Holland version of Spider-Man is he's the only one I feel like really gets the youth correctly. Like, I really believe he is the age he is supposed to be, and he's representing the character at this particular moment in time. The one where, I mean, you pointed that out with Tobey Maguire, but I think I had the hardest time with Andrew Garfield, where it's like he was almost a little too charismatic. Like, the Spider-Man should be the runt that gets picked on, or like Peter Parker should be the one that no one wants to pay attention to. The jocks couldn't give a shit and tease him and beat him up. The other popular kids give him shit. He has no allies in school except for those very, very closest to him, the oddballs of the bunch. And I think Tom Holland does that really nicely. But Andrew Garfield had the charisma and the attitude. Like when he would sling out the one-liners and stuff, it was funny. That was what Spider-Man should feel like when he is Spider-Man.
And I feel like we didn't fully have that with Tobey Maguire. I feel like Tobey Maguire, he said things, but they were kind of muffled with his little voice, and I don't know. It wasn't fully as much as Andrew, and then I feel like it evolved a little bit more with the Tom Holland.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's like they're the Spider-Man comics that were used in reference were very obviously from entirely different like generations, completely different storylines. But I think that's what makes this, this potential story really cool. This movie of actually getting to combine all of these Spider-Men and solidifying that yes, all of them are actually correct. All of them are canon. None of them are this is the right one, this is the wrong one anymore. I love that. And
let's not leave out Shamik Moore. I think I might be saying his name wrong. The guy who plays Miles Morales in Into the Spider-Verse. He was phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes.
God.
He's easily probably one of my favorites of people to play Spider-Man. The Into the Spider-Verse is easily one of my favorite Spider-Man movies.
Hands down.
Regardless of the fact that, the fact that it's animated makes absolutely no difference for me, and I feel like it fits perfectly in the world of all the other cinematic Spider-Man movies that we have. It's you gotta stretch some things, and you gotta like kind of go in with a little bit of headcanon, but I think it fits just fine if you look at it from the right perspective.
And I feel like in that same movie, Haley Steinfeld was a pretty good Spider-Gwen.
Oh yeah, and bringing her in as a real character, not just a novelty, like she is her own badass, was fucking great.
Yeah. And so that's what the talk is. There's rumors floating around online. Many places are saying it, but nothing's confirmed that they're trying to bring Tobey, Andrew, Tom, and I'm not sure how exactly they're bringing Miles Morales into it. I'd hope they bring in Shamik Moore, all into one movie, and then it's going to spin off into its own. I want to say there's going to be a Spider-Verse style show following a live action Miles Morales, I think it is.
Okay, yeah, and I could see, that's what it sounds like, and the fact that they're going off of everything that you've seen already, and that they're not going to waste your time with origin stories. We don't need to hear about this is where everyone came from. It's there.
Yeah,
you've already been told the story. We're just getting into new territory, which is fucking great. The rumor is that this franchise will be called the Ultimate Spider-Man, which I think is cool. Again, going back to the source material and immediately referencing, see where we are acknowledging there are many of the same character in different dimensions.
And I mean, perfect use of this. In the post-credit scene of Spider-Man Far From Home, we had J. Jonah Jameson reprised by none other than
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, and he's playing the same J. Jonah Jameson, just instead of running the Daily Bugle as a newspaper, he's kind of like a web presence.
Yeah, I like that. Fucking what's that douchebag? Yes, I said it. God, the crazy right wing guy that what can't I think of his news website?
Yeah,
it very much gave me that
news. Yeah. And the perfect segue into getting this is we're getting Doctor Strange Madness. Doctor Strange in Multiverse of Madness. So in the next Doctor Strange movie, we are opening up a multiverse in the MCU, which is a game changer. And not only that, but we're getting the original director of the original live action Spider-Man movie, Mr. Sam Raimi is doing that. Yeah. So he could literally pull Tobey in, and I bet Tobey would jump at that.
And this, this potential plot line that could center around however all of these Spider-Man land in one movie that they suggest here of Holland, Garfield, and oh my God, why can't I think of his name? The Miles Morales. I can't think of his last name now.
Moore?
Yes. The three of them coming to the aid or replacing Maguire's Spider-Man, who may potentially die. My only issue with that breakdown of that being the potential plot is like, didn't we just see that in Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
I mean, Isn't that more or less the same story? I feel like we need something else.
I think
to go off
so.
of.
Yeah, I feel like there could be so much stronger stuff to do, and yeah, like you said, it's already been done. But I mean, like I said, this is all speculations and rumors that that's how it's going to happen. And we got this from a writer named Mikey Sutton. He's over on Geeksocity, all things pop culture, I guess. So yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll get more news about that sooner rather than later. With Comic-Con at home coming, I don't know if they're going to announce anything. I doubt that. There's not a lot of presence of the MCU there, but Disney Plus is going with something, so maybe.
Crossing fingers.
Yeah.
Shooting webs.
Oh, that could be taken so many wrong ways. Should we move on from here, you think?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
get into that. Some more Disney territory, but something I think would be a fun ride for at least folks of our age.
Yeah, live action Peter Pan movie in the Disney universe. As they're wiping down so many other properties into live action, why hasn't Peter Pan been done? It's been live in so many other regions and places. But the news is right now they haven't cast Pan yet. Now they're talking about Jude Law coming in here. So I feel like that could be a nice change. Jude Law is always charming in most things he's in, or a really great villain.
Oh yeah. With Jude Law as Captain Hook. Yeah.
Yes,
that would be
I totally left that out. Yeah, he's not playing Pan. That'd be fucking weird.
It's all good. The what I find interesting is that also mentioned in the story is the fact that Will Smith was initially offered the role, but then turned it down. Which that's probably for the best, anyways.
Yeah.
If we're gonna keep cranking out these Disney live action versions of Disney classics. Do we want Will Smith in every single one? Nothing against him.
I love Will Smith, but I mean, I want to see him and not think, oh, which character is he playing this time? It's kind of like the Josh Gad effect. I feel like Disney latches onto someone they love. Josh Gad, Alan Tudyk. And yeah, in voice roles, that works fine. But in live action, a little bit different, I feel like.
I'd just like Alan Tudyk is at least got a little more. Sorry, Josh Gad.
Oh, yeah.
Alan's got a little more range. We can exactly. He can change what he does a little bit. And I don't get me wrong. I like Josh Gad, and I like Will Smith. But it's like we've seen it. We've seen them so many times. We know they're very good. But there's also lots of very good actors in the Disney family circle of friends. Let's see what else we got going on.
Now, I guess some people could say, "Hey, you're forgetting Jude Law already is in Disney. He's in Captain Marvel, but that's kind of the MCU. That's not mainstream Disney."
Yeah, it immediately next to Aladdin.
Yeah.
It's like so. And aren't they making another Aladdin?
Because the movie was a success. So it's like you want to double dip Will Smith here. Why? Sure, he can look slightly different, but you can tell Will Smith, unless he's in some crazy makeup. And even still, it's like his persona is going to push through that makeup.
Yeah. I don't know. I could very much see Jude Law as Captain Hook. I wouldn't doubt for a second he's a bad guy. I'm all for that. I think he could sell it. That would be a fun watch.
Yeah.
Hopefully correcting some of the odd things about Hook, although that is it's a fun one for childhood memories and such.
I'm going to be honest. I don't remember anything from Hook. I remember just little random things. Oh. Yeah. Which there's a script I want to work on in the Peter Pan universe, which I'm like, this could be really fun, but I don't know shit about Peter Pan. So I got to dive back in the Peter Pan world. I don't know. But I don't know. And it's like Jude Law, when isn't he giving it his all? Like, sure, he's Dumbledore, and it's like, oh, wow, people call him the hot Dumbledore. He's in those Fantastic Beasts movies. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, clearly people like him. He can do family movies. He can do adult movies. I don't know. Is there really anything else we can talk about with this?
No, I don't know. I think that kind of covers that. There's still a lot to come out because I believe we're still waiting to, like you said, we're still waiting to see who's actually going to play Peter Pan.
Yeah,
and we don't have a Tinkerbell yet either, right?
Yeah, we don't have Tinkerbell. We don't have any Lost Boys. We don't have Smeagol or Smigel, whatever the fuck the little fat man is.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, let's stay in the Disney world. Let's talk about someone who was a Mickey Mouse Club member. I'm talking about Ryan Gosling. He should watch out for full moons, man. Blumhouse wants to make another classic Universal horror movie. This time, they're trying to tackle the Wolfman, and they got just the right man for the job, I think. They got Lee Wynell. He was one of the guys who did a lot of the fucking old Blumhouse movies. I think he might have been early on in the Saw. He might even have created Saw. He just did The Invisible Man, and he wrote it, directed. Great fucking movie. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I don't know. The Invisible Man.
Oh, I thought I lost you. No, I'm sorry. No, I haven't got to it yet. Unfortunately, I'm still pumped to see that one though. It is on my short list.
It's like a cool modern day spin on an older movie, and it's like apparently he's writing the outline for this movie. So it's like, all right, so at least he kind of has a say in what's going to happen with it. It's not being written by him. It's being written by Lauren Schucker Blum and Rebecca Angelino. I guess they write on Orange is the New Black. So, I mean, people love that show. So I have no doubt that this could be a good movie. Like, great casting. I love Ryan Gosling, man. Guy's charming as all hell.
Yeah. He's always been good in everything he's been in. I'm very excited about this. What are they calling this series?
Well, there was talk a while ago about calling it the Dark Universe, but that started with Tom Cruise and the Mummy reboot, which was so hard to watch. And after that, they're like, nope, it's not happening. But they're slowly rebooting that with Blumhouse. Yeah,
right. It's like there's. I feel like so much momentum was gained, and then like so much was in production. They couldn't really give up on it. Like the Universal version may be gone, but I like that we're still getting these with the Invisible Man and this version of Wolfman coming out. Like I'm still kind of hoping there's another like Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, there's talk about for a couple of years now. Probably money and stuff. Blumhouse works on a small budget, but it's like she wants to do it. I bet she'll jump on board with the success of all these movies.
Make them, please. Yeah. We'll watch them.
And honestly, I would be perfectly fine if this Lee Wynell came in and did this outline and directed all these movies because he's a great director. His second to last movie, Upgrade, fucking phenomenal movie. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's so hard to describe. It's just intense and fun and original. And I feel like this guy has visions. And if he just follows it and doesn't stick to other people's work, could be great.
That was another one I really wanted to see. But just the other shit he wrote, the fact that he's one of the creators of the Saw franchise, the James Wan that you mentioned before, and then wrote Insidious, which I thought was a fantastic horror movie. I love that kind of creepy. Yes, it's jump scary, but it's that foreboding, just that heavy weight you feel the whole time. And this guy is great with just making you feel gross watching something, and that's a powerful feeling. And
on a shoestring budget, he can do all this, which is amazing. And it makes money. God, it makes money for the studio. So which one?
Death Sentence, the Kevin Bacon movie.
Oh yeah, he did that one.
James Wan directed it.
Okay,
but he was involved. Yeah, he was involved with that getting made. They made that one together too, but he didn't. I don't think he got full rating credit on that one. But it's another from that team, another from their minds. You know, like that's more reason why I believe in this. This is why
coming together that work well and have a proven track record.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah. So I mean, I can only hope that we're getting more of these movies and that they're going to continue being success. The fact that The Invisible Man has been a hit, it came out right before lockdowns and pandemic swept the world, and it's still like number one. It's out there. A lot of people are seeing it. Rent it for $20. I think it's at Redbox now for $1.50. You can buy it. It's like, that says a lot that a movie will stick around and resonate even when movie theaters are closed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just seeing. So this is that. Sorry, I was just seeing that Invisible Man. That was their seventh project together with between Wynell and Blumhouse. So just keep making that gold, man. It just proves they work very well together. So,
and unless something drastic happens and shakes their world, I don't see why they would stop.
Which, yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Blumhouse is on fire. That's for sure.
Yeah. So hopefully that comes soon and it paves the way for other Universal monsters. I'd love to see a fucking remake or a new iteration of the Monster Squad, which even if it was written by Shane Black again, that'd be pretty awesome. Nothing to do with this, really.
Is that something you think they would hold off to do after they had a few more of these characters, or should it just be its own unrelated, its own movie?
Well, I don't know who made that movie, but I feel like it would be a smart move if they were to save these people. Or I honestly could see them bringing together like a Avengers style movie where they cross all these guys together, but I don't know where they would all fit into one another. It'd be interesting.
That's true. So now the conversations reminded me of I don't know why this is coming up. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, that kind of where several of the characters were kind of based on either literature or were some of these kind of monster type characters, making them join forces to fight some even greater enemy.
Yeah,
could be a cool experience.
If I remember correctly, I think that was a part of what they were trying to set up with the Mummy movie with Tom Cruise, because they brought in Russell Crowe and he was supposed to be like, I want to say, the Nick Fury of the fucking group, and he was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, I think. So,
okay. Oh shit.
Yeah, that'd be interesting if they were to pull those guys back in. I think, because I think they also tried doing a Dracula movie too with Kit Harington from Game of Thrones, and I don't think much came out of that either.
Yeah.
But like I said, I feel like they're on track now. I know it's hard to say they're on track with one movie, but I feel like doing it because I feel like they were just throwing money. I feel like that's the issue. Everyone throws money at everything, and they don't actually focus on the story and the craft.
And then sometimes there's other people get to the stories first, because what was it, last year we got that Dracula miniseries on Netflix,
done by the guy that did Sherlock, I think.
Oh shit! Oh god, yeah. I've been meaning to give that a shot. That sounds like fun.
That's a good show.
Say that a Dracula project was in the works. I mean, as soon as I saw that drop into my streaming queue, I'd be like, all right, let's fucking pump the brakes on this. Everybody's getting their fill of it right now. So
yeah, everything comes in those circles.
Give them another.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let's jump into something else that nobody's asking for. Nobody's saying, I need a Wolfman. I don't think I even saw the Benicio del Toro one from like 2007 or 2008, whenever that came out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Holy shit.
And who else was in that? Wasn't fucking Odin in that? Fucking Hannibal Lecter, wasn't he in there too, I think?
Oh. Probably, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's been so long.
So all these movies they've remade already with great casts, but they've been flops, so... I don't know. We're beating a dead horse here, but I feel like hopefully we get more news like this soon.
Yeah, hopefully we get that the Creature from the Black Lagoon remake in the works soon.
Oh, I feel like I want to say Del Toro wanted to make that or something, but I don't know. Could be wrong. That'd be interesting.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Talking about older franchises and stuff. You remember Chicken Run? That claymation movie from the Wallace and Gromit guys. Well, now they're talking about doing Chicken Run 2, but something's a fowl in this movie. I totally butchered it. I had this whole fucking slug line here, but I fucked it up, man. And I put it out there earlier. So yeah, pretty much Netflix has decided they want to make a sequel to Chicken Run, and Netflix can do whatever the Netflix wants to do. And a couple of months ago, I think maybe a month ago, Winona Ryder told a story about how she was at a party with Mel Gibson and he said an anti-Semitic joke, and that just went back into Mel Gibson's kind of a fucked up guy and he's no longer attached to Chicken Run. It's like, I can get behind that, sure. I don't think our kids and everyone's kids and people need to listen to an anti-Semitic chicken on the run.
Yeah, right.
But the woman who starred in Chicken Run, what is her name?
Julia Sawalha.
Yes.
Julia Sawalha.
You want to talk about this? Yeah, sorry, I just been running my mouth, man.
Oh no, you're all good.
Yeah.
Julia Sawalha was the actress who voiced the character Ginger, the female lead chicken who was trying to choreograph the escape with Mel Gibson's stunt chicken personality before we obviously found out he wasn't really a flying chicken. So apparently, in real life, given it's been how many fucking years
At
since
least
2000?
25, maybe.
It's been 20 years since the first one came out. She was very excited to actually play the role again when she had got word that they were making another movie.
Can't blame her.
Except the studio told her, "Nah, you sound too old. You're not gonna get the part."
Ooh.
What the fuck? Is this like the next day? How much later is this sequel?
Yeah, what? Right. And I think she even didn't say in this report that she recorded herself saying lines from the first movie and sliced it next to her saying the lines in 2000, and they sound pretty much the same. Like, I don't understand this theory at all. We got adults playing children. We got how do you get away with doing that?
And there's a quote from herself that's pointing out the fact that they didn't even give her the chance. That she had no opportunity to actually record lines to send anything in. They just flat out gave her, "No, your voice sounds too old. We need to give the opportunity to younger actresses." And it's like, she gets the voice of the character.
Yeah.
Why isn't she at least worth the audition before being dismissed like that?
Like, if you want to do something like this, have that character not even in the movie. Have it be her daughter, her son, whatever. Don't have Ginger in the movie and change the voice. Why?
Or
why do that?
Netflix. Why do we need another Chicken Run 20 years later?
I'm sorry. I don't recall Chicken Run. I know I saw it as a kid on VHS or DVD and I loved it. It was cool. But nothing. I'm like, I need Chicken Run. Fucking mainline Chicken Run. They escaped, right? What else is there to do with Chicken Run?
I don't know. They help more chickens escape. Maybe it's a vegetarian movie.
That's true. That's an interesting spin. I'd watch that.
It would make sense. And I liked that moment of that self-realization that they're all going to get turned into chicken pot pies. It's this, they live on this farm. Like, it was a cool movie. I remember watching it in theater as a kid, and it was entertaining. And as an adult now, I adore the animation. The animation company. Oh my God, it is gorgeous. I love the work they do, the thoroughness, the detail that they work into everything on their sets is amazing. Mm-hmm. And these are the types of things that should be made more often.
Yeah.
I mean, do children appreciate that kind of detail? Probably not right away, but I think there's a lot of kids where it sticks out. I remember the first time watching Wallace and Gromit as a kid, mm-hmm. and that look stuck out to me, and I've loved it ever since.
Yeah.
So hopefully Chicken Run 2 will do that for another generation.
And I don't mean to sound fucking rude. We don't know what the time span of it here. Is it the next day, like you said? Because the lifespan of a chicken is 6 to 10 years. I don't know how Ginger's still alive, man. If it's current day.
Generations later, potentially, in the chicken lifespan. So,
and how many people are showing their kids Chicken Run right now, I wonder? I don't think many.
That's true. I mean, I don't know, like my friends that have kids. Yeah, if any of you folks are listening, is this a movie you would show your kids?
Yeah.
I don't know. Not having kids myself, I guess I wouldn't think. Sadly, right off the bat, I would be trying to show them Toy Story and Star Wars. Yeah, I would think. But
I've tried showing my younger like second cousins and stuff, like just regular Disney animation movies, and those are old and antiquated to them. It's an old movie because it's not fucking 3D rendered. So it's like claymation. I don't know. It's still out there.
We'll see where it lands. The fact that Netflix is producing it, mm-hmm. They're gonna put it in front of the right eyes. They're gonna give it a solid advertising campaign.
Oh,
it'll get the budget it probably needs.
And who wouldn't just say, "Oh yeah, here's a movie." I bet they're gonna promote the shit out of the first movie. It's gonna be like number one on the downloads or watched movies.
Oh yeah, shit, that's true. Where is that even right now? I can tell you right now, folks. Let's
look at maybe Amazon if you're lucky. You can probably buy it anywhere, but I'm not.
If I wanted to watch Chicken Run right now,
but yeah. But so yeah, that's kind of the news that we have compiled right now. I mean, it's not the most thrilling news, but we found it excitable.
Yeah. So and folks, what are the corners of the movie news that you're missing? What's a little more gossip, you like the more solidified. Here's what's coming out. Let us know. Or hey, if you found a story that you think is worth us sharing with the group, let us know. Send us the links.
Do you like
we're still having fun over here.
do you like gossipy stuff? That's not personally my favorite thing. Do you like to actually hear about the inner workings of a studio? Not my sort of thing, but I mean, whatever you guys want to hear, let us know. We're at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Reddit, Discord, Twitch, all at movie_toast, like it says at the ticker down here. And like I said before, we're half of a group of people that have a weekly podcast called Movie Toast News and Reviews. Search for that anywhere you find podcasts. Subscribe, auto download, give us a like, give us a review. Even if you hate us, just say, I give you 1 star. This could have been better.
Yeah.
Or you loved us,
give
us 4 stars, 4.5. Don't have to be, it doesn't have to be 5, just an honest thing. Yeah. I don't know. we just want to know what we can improve and know what we're thriving at, pretty much. Yeah. And let us know if you like this show. We used to do a podcast version, but we weren't getting hits, and it's like, why not actually make it a show, change it, put it on Twitch, maybe YouTube. Do you want to see it on YouTube? Do you want to see it on Facebook? I don't know. Let us know. Get at us. Please reach out. And absolutely. By the way, I cut you off, Dennis. Did you find Chicken Run streaming anywhere?
I did. So if they're it's mostly rental in the standard places, Google, iTunes, that kind of garbage. It looks like if you have one of the bigger subscriptions on Hulu, it might be included with that. Oh, so one of the other add-on packages.
And maybe like Showtime or Stars.
Yeah, that's my guess. Huh. But yeah, not a free viewing. Come on, Netflix. Bring it back to the fold so we can appreciate some Chicken Run before you give us another dose.
And then I'm wondering, I know we're jumping back in. We already said our goodbyes almost, but I'm putting the scroll back up there for fucking Something's a Fowl with Chicken Run 2. Are they already in development on this? Are they already doing the claymation? Is the script written? Have they recorded? Like, I don't know what's going on.
If they're doing animation the same way, the number of years it takes for them to actually do principal photography.
Mm-hmm.
If we're hearing this much, then they must have already started building something, or at least they have a script or storyboards of some of the major stuff. Yeah. I don't think we would have heard the story we did unless a lot of gears are turning.
Yeah. And I guess that's the beauty of being in a pandemic right now. Animation's easy to do. I don't want to say claymation's the same as animation, but you can do it on a smaller level. You don't need as big a crew. Sure, you do need lighting, camera, everything, but it's a lot less hands-on as an actual physical production, which is nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So shit. Yeah, I think that probably brings us to the end here. Yeah. Anything you want to toss in there?
I think I'm good for now. Cool. I'm looking forward to doing more of this stuff, folks. We're going to try to keep coming back around the same times when we can. It might slide around a little, but whenever you see us, join in. We'll post the clips too, so you can catch our highlights.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep coming back Thursdays. We still got the review podcast. It's still going strong. We got a good one coming for you this week.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna try to give out these movie trailer reaction videos on YouTube. That's at movie_toast. There'll be a playlist there called Trailer Talk. Kind of like this, but we're going to actually watch a trailer and talk about it for not as long as this or our podcast. But check that out. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you didn't fully hate it and you made it 35 minutes in, 34 minutes in.
Thank you,
guys.
Toaster.
Stay healthy.
Stay toasty.
Peace.